spins into ceaseless coils. In constant toil we turn on torment's wheel. And death is a jealous mistress. A kiss you can't repeal, but wait for regret to come. It will call for you. It will tear the fabric of your nature. Bathe in the lakes of fire. The snakes and liars of yore, they wore your face. Endure. Friends on the path of knowing are growing in your space, but wait for regret to come. It will call for you. It will tear the fabric of your nature. Wake up to the job of the bell. No sweat, now I'm feeling swell. Gee golly, it's a beautiful day. I'm gonna burn my troubles away. I'm going nuclear, light up the town. The walls that hold me, I'm melting down. I'm rising up like a mushroom cloud. I'm going nuclear, light up this town. That's right. Fire up now, I'm having a blast. Cool kids, baby, it's a gas. The airwaves of a galaxy, all the stars are singing to me. I'm going nuclear, light up the town. The walls that hold me, I'm melting down. The streets and sidewalks on my playground. I'm going nuclear, light up this town. Get the touch, yeah. Got it now. Got it now. Got it now. I'm going nuclear.
Hello, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, or Senstaku, as you might know me on Twitter, the executive producer here, and I just want to thank you for watching. It really means a lot to us that people watch, listen to, and enjoy our shows. If you want to help us keep making these shows as fun and lively as they can be, please join your fellow fans in supporting us at our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms or by subscribing to our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/finalshowfilms. It really means a lot to us that the amount of you who do support us continue to do so, especially our $25 plus tier supporters on Patreon. Antitonic, Waterflame, Samantha Bates, Maureen Montee, and Drevian Alexander. Every little bit helps, so thank you to all of our patrons and subs. Check us out on Twitter at Final Show Films and on our website at www.finalshowfilms.com for updates, go-live notifications, and more. We love interacting with you, so feel free to tweet at us or email us at finalshowfilms@gmail.com. That being said, please relax and enjoy. And we're not live, but recorded. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Halloween one-shot Everyone is Necromancers. This is a pre-recorded game that you guys are hopefully watching, fingers crossed, hopefully watching on Halloween on our Twitch channel, while some percentage of us are out gorging ourselves on chocolates. I'm John. I'll be the game master for this evening, and joining me today is Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara, and I am going, I forgot what we were going to do.
We're a professional pod.
I'm going as Joy, fallen Aasimar, not a rogue barbarian. Don't just completely went that route. Bone Knight entertainer.
It
there
is.
we go.
It is funny to me that your first Gran Terra character was Hope, and your second Gran Terra character is Joy.
Yes, listen, I'm going with a theme.
And Koty.
Koty, this year I'm going as Cathan the Pious, death cleric human.
And William.
Hi, I'm William, and this year I'm going as Runa Duskwhisper, the human barbarian of the path of the Valkyrie.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy, and I am trick-or-treating as Jax, human bone knight.
And Erin.
Hi, I'm Erin, and this Halloween I'm bumming in candy as which humanizes as Zarzire, a revived rogue Kenku.
And we join our intrepid trick-or-treaters in the north of Gran Terra, in the frozen north, or wastelands of the north, where there is a kingdom of bone constructed primarily out of ice and bone, which makes it kind of a misnomer, but no one really corrects the person who created it for fear of being liquefied. Wherein there rules an archlich. This Lich Lord has at her beck and call a veritable army of undead entities, including the five of you, who happen to be sort of the B team of necromancer-adjacent adventurers, as opposed to the A team of necromancer-adjacent adventurers.
These are better.
After a fairly routine patrolling of the frozen kingdom of bone, in which you murdered casually a few intrepid adventurers who dared to attempt to cross paths into the citadel of your Lich Lord,
They were coming right for us.
They were absolutely coming right for you.
We had signs up and everything. No trespassing.
Can't read.
They were not worthy.
You very, 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 very efficiently murdered them, looting their corpses to find adventuring certificates from some sort of adventurer's school further south in the mainland towards where the Kingdom of Adal is.
Assholes will make anything.
It's okay. Killing them doesn't do anything bad, because then they get to come back as undead, and then they're friends.
Oh, and they
We're not
absolutely
killing them. We're turning them into friends.
Absolutely,
Also,
they have
fun.
their skeletal corpses have already been set to work reconstructing a bit of the wall that they themselves had damaged previously.
They're my good friends.
When you all receive a summons from your Lich Lord. So you all head into the palace proper, which is this massive Gothic cathedral made of ice and bone, as previously stated. Waving to a few of the familiar faces that are entrapped in the icy walls, serving as structural support for the palace itself. As you head into the throne room of your Lich Lord. there you are met with a view of both your lady of death and her right hand man, Lord Wrath, a dragonborn death knight who is almost always at her side, as well as the unsettling presence of Pariah de Varen. Pariah is a furbolg and the only living creature amongst the kingdom of Ice and Bone. It is odd as to why Pariah is not undead. No one really knows why Pariah is not undead, except presumably the Lich Lord and her right-hand man, but no one really questions it. And he's really, because he's not undead, he's kind of off-putting to the rest of you. And also to the skeletons and zombies that make up the kingdom. Often at the bone bar, you will find many skeletons complaining about Pariah's presence, in that his presence sort of makes their skeletons itch. But Pariah is here as you move forward and prostrate yourselves before your queen. Let's go ahead and describe both how you prostrate yourself and what you look like, starting with Mara.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do like a flourish and a very fancy bow. Joy is a tall, strikingly beautiful, like she looks like she was a Goliath at one point. And her hair is kind of in a very long braid that sort of falls over as she finishes the very fancy bow. She's wearing really light armor, actually, and carrying a lance that she just sort of like leans on and looks up as she finishes.
Is your lance your bone weapon?
Not yet. I'm gonna, yeah.
And Koty?
Cathan is mid-sized human and just walks forward, dark clothes with the armor, pulls back his hood, one arm in front, one arm behind, and then just bows forward.
Sorry, mid-sized human makes me think you're a sedan.
Yep.
You'll never guess how many skeletons
can fit so many skeletons in it.
Yeah, skeletons and ghosts.
At least one.
At least one.
At least one skeleton, one skeleton, one ghost, and one zombie. That's pretty efficient.
The Holy Trinity.
William.
Runa sort of plants her greatsword in the ground and sort of kneels behind it as her prostration. And Runa is a sort of very, at this point after her undeath, very pale, tall, and powerfully built, previously human. Eyes that were once steely blue are now ice blue. Hair that was blonde is now pale. And she wears hides that were probably have been now made out of the most aesthetically pleasing humanoids that could have been flayed. And with a number of different scars that have been marked across her, and she, for some reason, there's a death mask on her hip that she keeps at all times and only wears in battle. And on the other side of her hip is just a set of scales for some reason.
You've got a nice combo of shifter and ganassi skin, like sort of outfit that's been like stitched together so that where the shifter fur ends, it goes into this like nice, like really, really nice brown sort of stony texture earth ganassi skin.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Earth ganassis are a bitch to skin too. You got to get a chisel in there, and
yeah, you have to get like take a chisel and some hammers, just like right across the seam.
Anyways, Jeremy,
but you have to be careful about it too, because it can all fall apart really easily.
Absolutely, Jeremy.
So Jax does pretty much a full prostration.
His face on the ground.
Yep. Not in like a terrified, like cowering way, but like
a groveling, like I love you so much kind of.
Like almost like a there's almost a like yeah, devoted kind of faith kind of
Like a puppy.
he is a a very large human, very pale sort of skin, um, dressed up in, so he wears a if you're actually watching this, you can see the art is pretty accurate. So like the almost bovine sort of skull helm kind of thing. He looks fairly terrifying, except for anything in his posture, body language, etc., which is the exact opposite of intimidation.
You look like fantasy undead Lobo.
A little bit.
You look like my stereotypes of a Borderlands character.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm getting
Yeah,
like Borderlands
also pretty
Psycho
accurate.
vibes.
Interestingly, the animated dragon's spine and skull that you carry around
Yes.
also prostrates head first down to the ground.
Good for Shiv.
And Erin.
Zarzire is very thin with a coat of feathers that is missing chunks and clearly rotting. There's a lot of like mold and other growth that you would normally associate mostly with corpses, especially on the arms and anywhere else that might have gotten damaged at some point. She does a sort of curtsy that transitions into a deep kneel, head down, which is pretty graceful. Rotting doesn't seem to have made her any less mobile.
Yeah. And for the two bone knights,
and looks like a bird, like Kenku are
yes.
raven people.
Yes. For the two bone knights, your undead squires / manservants are tending to your horses at the moment, so they're not here with you, but we'll describe what they look like when we see them.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting atop a throne of ice and bone, much like the rest of the construction, there seems to be a running theme, is a tall and elegant elven woman whose skin is sort of an alabaster shade, with very dark hair that flows down impossibly long, it seems. Whose face is always permanently sort of half covered in shadow. The only half you're able to see is this perfect, pristine construction of elven beauty. Dressed in flowing black robes that sort of merge with the shadows that are ever present around her, and with a very long, very broad-brimmed hat on that sort of keeps that shadow on half of her face. She looks at the group of you. My ever-faithful servants, thank you so much for your due diligence in dealing with this most recent incursion of the living. I do so appreciate your assistance. It has recently come to my attention, thanks to the efforts of our dear friend Pariah, indicating the Furbolg, who stands off to one side. Pariah has black skin and fur, entirely black skin and fur, to the point where it's hard to see where the fur line ends and the skin begins quite often. Also wears a variety of skull and bone tied in leather outfits. So it's a fairly standard leather jerkin and pants and boots, but it has like skull decoration tied into the various places. And on the bare arm and the bare arms and face, there is a sort of white bone paint that has been painted on to the face and onto the arms to indicate, sort of highlighting the various structure on the interior. Who just sort of smiles at the group of you, grins, and waves a little stick that has a little chatty skull on top of it. It's just on top of it. The skull is making that noise too, which is part of the reason why Pariah is kind of creepy.
Yeah, the remaining feathers are definitely like poofed.
Our good friend Pariah has informed me of the location of something that is particularly important to me. You see, some time ago, before you joined my ranks many, many years ago, I had a bit of a standoff with the Gordian King to the south along the border of desolation, who made off with a few very important artifacts of mine. And it seems that, according to Pariah's research, we have recently discovered the location of at least one of these artifacts. She waves a hand, and a frozen pillar erupts from the ground between you and her, forming into this image of a large wand that looks like it's made out of a thigh bone, and sort of carved with spikes and decorations all over it. A very important magical item, this wand, is in the possession of one of the Gordian King's lieutenants, Jack, at an infernal fortress south of here. I'm sending the 5 of you to recover it. The fortress is mostly populated by the Gordian King's living supplicants, as well as some of his more devious plant creations. But I'm quite confident that the group of you in particular should be able to handle this task. Unless I'm wrong.
No, not at all.
Of
We
course.
got you covered, of course, obviously.
Good.
If you require it, we will recover.
Along the way, you'll find a couple of settlements. There's 2 or 3 Goliath settlements between here and there that I think would be suitable for gathering reinforcements along the way. I'd recommend making a stop.
Oh yeah,
As you wish.
totally can do that.
Well then, if my mission and task is understood, then I wish you all the best of luck.
Behind the skull, just clearly in Jackson's eyes, didn't understand any of it, but that's normal, and they'll clue him in.
Lord Wrath, the large gray-scaled dragonborn, steps forward, grabs this ice sculpture that has been carved, and sort of snaps it off the pillar that it was formed, and just sort of tosses it at the group of you.
I'll try and catch it.
Give me a acrobatics roll.
All right, I'm good at acrobatics. Nope. 8.
Joy,
Not when you roll a 2.
Joy reaches forward to try to catch this thing, and just
I'll try.
The ice scepter bounces from one hand to the other, bounces
Meant to
again.
do that.
Acrobatics roll, Jax.
11.
With an 11, Jax catches it as it bounces the third time.
Meant to do that.
Here you
Thanks,
go, Joy.
man. Yep.
Lord Wrath just sort of staring down his muzzle at you all, so that you'll have something to compare to.
Makes sense.
Yep, sure.
Gonna
Well,
exit
I
now.
gotcha.
The group of you turn and
Runa,
leave.
having not said anything this entire time, Runa finally stands up from her kneeling position and sort of lifts the sword and puts it on her back. Just sort of looks at the others.
I'm gonna try and do a
turns
dramatic
and
cloak
starts
flourish.
walking.
So we turn and leave.
Dramatic cloak flourish from Joy.
Yep.
Cathan just
Let's go. Let's go. Come on.
bows
My
again.
cloak is made of knives, so I don't flourish it.
Good idea.
You flourish it, some zombie just falls into pieces.
Ah! Yeah.
That would be rude. We need those.
Oh, sorry, Greg.
It's fine. Jojo can put themselves back together.
As you leave one of the frozen skeletons in the wall just goes, "Good luck."
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
Has a hand.
You're the best.
Has a
See
hand.
you later.
Has a hand out. You don't know if it's for a high five or just permanently stuck in that position.
It gets a
but
high
it's there.
five.
That's it's the thing that you tap before you go outside.
Yeah.
After
A
halftime,
careful
tap the-
high five because he's done those high fives too hard to the skeletons before,
I just
and then
popped
he
off.
had to go retrieve the hand
Yeah.
when
Like
it
at a new
flew
one.
away.
Yep,
I mean, you were leveling the wall to make sure that it was even.
Very, very gentle high five to the good luck skeleton as you go past.
Yep.
It's interesting. That's the only thing that skeleton ever says is good luck. You're not certain why.
Oh man,
Because
Jack.
he really wants to wish people good luck.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
believes in chance and destiny and things.
So the group of you exit, heading out to the courtyard of the frozen palace of ice and bone, and find waiting for you at least 2 horses and attendants that the two of you who own them can now describe if you like.
Mhm.
Go
Wanna
ahead.
first.
Go
Okay. So Joy goes over to her horse, which is a big black, like Clydesdale almost, whose name is Buford. Sort of pats him on the forehead. Hey, right.
As you pat him on the forehead, one of the ears you keep sticking off sloughs off. You keep sticking back on.
Shit. Get that, will ya? And this like little wizened old man whose name is Baldric will like reach up really high, and stick it back on. And can you put this in the saddlebag? I'll toss him our replica of the wand. Too.
Give me a strength check.
Oh shit! I'm gonna knock him over, aren't I? Strength 23.
You throw the ice wand, it hits him square in the face. His skull and the wand continue flying past.
Ah, damn it, man!
I'll try and move behind and catch at least the wand replica, if not the skull.
Yeah, you easily you can catch the wand. The skull is sort of stuck on the spike. Thank you, the skull says as it's still stuck to the side of the spike. The body is now turning around, its arms extended, trying to find its head.
Oh,
I'll hand its head back to it and put the thing in Joe's saddlebag.
I am like leaning. I'm like casually leaning against the side of my horse now. Just like, yeah, no, this is.
Zarzire has never really heard anyone say you're welcome enough to say you're welcome, so.
Yeah, no, Joy has not said you're welcome or thank you or anything. No.
Jeremy.
So, Jax walks up to, and it is full on skeletal horse. In tech, very brightly colored tech. A lot of pleasant like rose colors and
Pastel yellow.
Yeah. Very, very warm, friendly colors. Has he had to sort of stick it there with something, but there is where the ear would be a flower stuck there.
Like a daisy.
So he's
Like
got
a daisy, yeah.
just a daisy.
He
stapled to
replaces
the
it
side of the set.
regularly because, of course, it goes.
Yeah, they die.
They die.
Somewhere,
and
I like the idea that somewhere in this this palace made of bone and ice, there's a little flower garden.
yes, there absolutely is. That's where Jax lives. So
Amateur gardener.
Yep. But so there's that, and then the Dread Warrior is dressed in Dread Warrior gear because but he does have he does have a mask on that just is a smile. just puts a smile on his face, and a sign around his neck that says Ted, because he can't speak for himself, so people need to know what his name is. The E is backwards, by the way.
Out of curiosity, whose face is the smile made from?
It's it is probably like some cheap like kid's mask that they got from a place that they raided like 10 years ago or whatever, 5 years
Just
ago,
like
or whatever.
like a little wooden masquerade mask with a smile painted on it.
Yeah. Because that'll make him less creepy.
Yep.
Hey Ted, hey Happy, we're going out.
As for the rest of you, is there what would your preferred mode of conveyance be for people that don't have their own vehicle? There is a zombie drawn carriage, as well as a skeletal sled. If you don't have your own horse, so what would your preferred mode of conveyance be?
Runa heads straight for the sled.
Yeah, sled.
Sled is fine.
Decently
strong.
The skeletal sled appears to be constructed from a variety of the longer bones that various peoples have of Gran Terra. The shin bones and thigh bones and forearms and bicep areas, all that tied together with sinew. And as you get into it, the front like snow buffer of the sled folds out, and you see it's the two upper torsos of two very giant humanoids just sort of fold out and put their hands in the snow and turn to look at the passengers as this waiting for instructions.
So
once the horses are there, mimicry of the direction we need to go.
All right. You instruct the sled and horses. The Ted just sort of folds up into Happy's ribcage because there's plenty of room and just plenty of bone to hold on to. Joy, how does Baldric ride with you?
Oh, good. Come on, you gotta get up. Come on. I reach down an arm. I'm gonna pull him up to sit behind me.
Reaches up, grabs your arm. You've pulled his arm out accidentally enough times to know how to be gentle as you lift him up onto the back of your horse.
On.
So with Ted in,
just hold onto the back because it's not a lot. I did not make a special saddle for him or anything. No, he's just gonna. You'll get off when we get there.
He just clamps down.
Yep.
So with Ted inside Happy and Baldric on top of Buford, the group of you take off heading south towards the border of desolation and the desolation of the frozen wastes to find the Gordian King's the location of the Gordian King's lieutenant, Jack.
I'm gonna nudge my horse over to Jack's. Hey.
Yeah.
So, pretty sure we could definitely make our way up in rank or something on this one, right? Cause
maybe.
There's the standard pillage, kill everyone, enslave them, send them back to be zombies and stuff.
Right.
And that we've been doing that for a while, and it's all good, everything right. But what if? I mean, we're getting sent off to find some special thing that she lost years and years and years ago. There are apparently other ones. My thought, hear me out. We could find some more of them because there were a couple things that this Gord King or whatever stole from her. We do that. Finger guns.
Does Joyce say finger guns?
Yes. Power, privilege, nice high seat up there with the.
Is that
18?
something that
I mean, bees are great,
want?
but Yes.
Then yeah.
Awesome. Okay, let's do it. I like tap you on the
Yeah.
shoulder.
What are we
I've
doing
been with
again?
these people
Huh?
long
What are
enough.
we doing again?
We're going to the Gordian Kings. He's got like a lieutenant or something.
No, we're hitting
Right.
Yeah.
villages on the way there.
Yep. So we have to look out for some Goliath settlements.
The,
They're
the,
kind of
the giant pair of skeletons that are pulling the sled are just continuing on.
Yep.
Heading
We
south.
got this. Good talk.
Every once in a while, when you're going downhill, they fold their arms and you just shoo down the hill. So it'll take a couple of days for you guys to get to the first village.
We don't sleep, so
You don't sleep, so it doesn't fucking matter.
We're good. Yeah.
You don't sleep, and neither do your rides. So you sort of enjoying the time you have with amongst each other, discussing. Any Joy? Do you want to bring this idea of finding more magic items to the rest of the group, or is it only
I
a you and
do.
Jack's
Yeah.
thing?
I will eventually, like at our first.
There's no stopping.
Yeah.
You're just sort of riding
There's
through.
no stopping. So I was talking to after I talk with Jax and leave him to go look for flowers or whatever nonsense he's doing, go over, and the horse is still like going along. I just like lean forward and look over at the group in the sledge. So I was thinking, what if we try and find some more of those artifacts or whatever that does she have a
The
title?
boss.
Lich
The
Lord.
boss, yeah.
You're
The
Lich Lord.
Our Lich Lord. Our great and wonderful, I'm gonna go really flowery. Our great and wonderful Lich Lord.
Going flowery crashed Mara's internet.
Technical issues, they still exist when we're recording.
Yes, even when we're recording, people's internet
I
still
back?
sucks. Yes,
Yep.
you're back now.
Okay, sorry.
you went too flowery.
I went too flowery. Our great and wonderful Lich Lord had stolen from her. Because I figure if we can get, we have our job and we will do it handily because that's what we do because we're awesome. Then we go and, if we can find some more of those things or find out where they are, bring that information back to her, then maybe the B team becomes the A team and the A team becomes the B team. Because listen, you need to like switch positions every once in a while or you get cramps.
Runa
in a
just
sound that
stares.
in a sound that sounds like the breath of like someone who is utterly panicked and screaming and running. Where are they?
Dunno. They might be in that castle or wherever we're going with Jack, but maybe they're not. Maybe he might have some more information though. I think if we like maybe try and capture him alive, do a little like torture, maiming, that usually gets people talking.
We talked to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are ways to make him speak truthfully.
There we go. Anyway,
There's
that's my
a
thought.
sound of. I feel like we've worked as a group before, at least for a little while.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The deep groan of another plan, probably in one of the other group members' sounds,
Mm-hmm.
which fairly clearly conveys this is a bad idea.
If the opportunity presents itself, maybe we should look for more of these, but finding the one wand should be main priority.
Oh yeah, no, of course, but opportunity is out there. You just gotta grab it. I will point out at the horizon.
Also, Joy says it's what she'd want.
As you point out towards the horizon, you lot have been undead for a while now, and time, like your recognition of how long things take is sort of drastically shifted because of it.
Yep.
So as you wave your hand out towards the horizon, you notice there's a town on the horizon.
Ooh!
Well, that was
Hey.
fast.
There we go.
You've been riding for like a day and a half. You just
Yeah.
Fast.
it's just again, it doesn't mean
You spend
anything.
most of the day with your eyes closed just meditating. It goes by pretty fast.
Like that, for most of you, time doesn't mean anything anymore.
So
Runa just kind of turns her head away from looking at Joy to looking at the village.
the Zarzire will. There's the sound of crackling fire and screams, or the sound of shh. We have to.
Oh yeah, no. Let's do it. I can go pretty quietly. Who else do you want to go? And I point at what is your character's name? It's not on the thing. Zarzire? Zarzire?
I didn't hit
Sorry.
the update button.
That's okay.
Technically, it's a whole bunch of squawks, but Zarzire, that
okay.
sort of thing.
Yeah, that I approximate that as much as I can, and she's pretty good at it. Because she's pretty good at performing. Do you want to go and scout out and ahead and see what we can see?
And sort of nods. And then, in entirely another voice, isolate a few.
All right.
Yeah. And I can't instruct the skeleton crew because this is specific. This would be hard.
Yeah. Halt the sleigh.
The large skeleton sort of grind to a halt in the snow and then fold back up into the sled.
So is anyone else, because we work together a little bit, anyone else pretty good at sneaking? I have advantage on stealth, and if we're rogue, we're good. But anyone else you think would be good at going to scout?
I'm not very stealthy. I'm a little bit.
Is this a wintry area?
Yes.
Awesome.
Runa is middling at stealth, but is definitely not her strong suit, aka she has a positive dex bonus and that's it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm really good at stealth.
Yeah.
I have no bonus and disadvantage.
Yeah, complete.
Yeah, I have disadvantage as well.
Jax, can you watch my horse?
Of course.
Awesome.
Come here, Bufort.
I will. Yeah, I'll hop off and leave my lance in the standard and my manservant behind. It's useless. All right, let's go.
On the trip,
Ooh.
on the trip, would you have used that time to summon out your bone weapon?
Yes. So she's been gradually, so she's been gradually growing. Can I do 2 at once, or is it only 1 at a time?
I believe you can do both armor and weapon.
Okay, but you can't do 2 weapons.
You can't do 2 weapons.
Okay, yeah. So she's been just slowly growing, and it probably took a while to notice because like you space out for a while staring out at the horizon, and then you look back. Little like shards of bone, like her ribs have decided to break and go sideways, have come out of all along her armor at like various seam points and grown over like an exoskeleton, and her lance as she was holding it kind of as we were going along, her like bone has shot out of the end of her arm and grown up like both ways on it and gone in like spikes and barbs and things, so it looks quite different from where it started. I'm not going to take the lance with me because that's big and bulky,
Yeah. It takes an action to craft your bonecraft armor and a bonus action to craft your weapon. So you can craft your weapon at any time.
Yep. Yeah.
I will. Oh, sorry. Do you need to?
No, keep going.
Okay. Pull. Take an action to pull off the frozen daggers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I will hand my lance over to Jax. It's probably gonna like exfoliate or whatever. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. So Zarzire and Joy are scouting into the village. Can I get stealth checks from?
Yes.
I have advantage because it is a wintry area.
I have advantage because swirly cloak.
You both have advantage because of your cloaks.
21. This is why cloaks are the best thing. I'll maintain this forever. Always wear a fancy cloak.
Stop. Check.
Yeah, on the sled.
Nice. Nice. 34.
I don't know what the +2 is.
Guidance.
Oh, it's for guidance I don't have. Oh, because I was adding in things that I might need to use.
Oh, I could have done guidance. Oh well, nah.
I don't currently have guidance unless you gave it to me.
Nah. Joy's not that.
Joy's not about that life.
Nah.
Cathan would have.
No, that's fair. So it's only a 32, not a 34.
All right. So the two
So
of
many
you
people are gonna see me now.
The two of you stealth in at different angles. The first thing you notice as you're stealthing in is that there is an inordinate amount of pumpkins in this village. And they all seem to have been carved into some sort of demonic face and have some source of fire on the inside. They're sort of scattered all over the place. You're not familiar with that. The two of you can give me religion checks if you'd like.
Yeah. Do I get any sort of advantage of this being like if this is a Goliath village?
It is a Goliath village, but you do not get advantage.
Okay.
Because this is not a Goliath
religion,
custom.
You said?
Yes.
Oh,
religion.
I do not have advantage. Sorry, it's just an 8.
Yep, religion.
I don't know.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Why is it still doing the +2? I unchecked that box.
Do you have a
make sure you
like...
uncheck it from the skill box too, because you probably unchecked it from the attack box. Or no, never mind. That's
natural 20, which is a 22.
I mean, yes, natural 20 doesn't matter. So Zarzire, you know for a fact that this is not a Goliath tradition at all. This is a symbol of worship of the Gordian King. It would seem that this village has been converted to worshiping the Gordian King.
Cool.
But you continue to sneak in past the flaming pumpkins. It seems like there is some sort of festivity occurring, though you're not certain what kind of festivity it is, as there are... the majority of the village seems to be out and about in small clumps here and there. And they seem to be... applying tattoos at various places, sharpening weapons at various other places. There seems to be some sort of ritual fight pit ringed with these pumpkins that's being prepared. There seems to be some sort of bloodletting in preparation at the moment.
Going to see if I can overhear anyone explaining things, particularly anything that might be like Salmon saying fight pit or stuff like that.
What languages do you speak?
I speak Aarin and
Common and Aarin.
And
Abyssal. So you do not you can absolutely hear people talking. You have no idea what they're saying. They're talking in the language of giants.
Okay, that's fine. Just have to kill someone and hope I get a language out of it. Yeah. Do I see any isolated clumps of people that are off the side, or any people, places, groups that seem particularly dangerous?
Everyone seems to be sticking to groups of about 4 or 5, and they all seem to be. The layout of the village is fairly not open, but it's not like convoluted either. It's fairly simple layout. So there isn't any particularly isolated locations or groups of people. As to the most dangerous, definitely the people that are around that fight pit. They are the most heavily armed and like prepared to fight probably each other.
GM question.
Yes.
Do you think something like fighting pit or arena might be in the things that I remember well enough to recite, or probably not?
Arena. Arena definitely.
Okay.
Not fight pit, but arena definitely.
I assume arena plus sounds of death are both things that I could do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Joy might have talked about a fight pit.
Yeah.
Because that's what she did for a while.
Well, gladiatorial arena.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which is why the
Fight
arena
pit,
would have
you
been
know,
the...
fight club.
Yep. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to talk about that one.
But yes,
Got it.
you've seen all of that. Joy, is there anything else you're doing on your sneak in?
Oh, I'm checking out the fight pit. That's cool. I don't know what that is, but it's
Right,
interesting.
give me another
and I'm
stealth check
curious.
as you're trying to get closer to the fight pit.
Okay.
As Joy pushes her luck.
16.
You get closer to the fight pit, and you don't recognize anything that's going on other than that there are people preparing for a fight. There are some giant runes that you can see because you can speak and read giant, can you?
Technically it's not on my list.
Oh, it's not on your list. Never mind then.
Yeah.
You never learned.
Yeah.
You forgot it after you died.
There are some sort of giant rune in the fight ring, similar to the one that's on your shield, though you can't read it, so you're not certain what it is.
Weird.
But
I'm checking out the people. Do they look like they're gonna be good fighters, or is this gonna be kind of boring?
they look like they're going to be good fighters, as far as like a fight pit is concerned. As far as you guys raiding the town, it's hard to tell.
Just makes it more interesting. I'm into this. Okay. All right. I'll continue around. I'm assuming we would have Zarzire like planned to either meet on the once we both made our full loop on the other side or back where we started.
Sure.
So I'll meet back up with them.
The two of you meet back up on the opposite side of the village.
This is gonna be fun. They've got a fight pit going on. It's gonna weapons. Oh, this is gonna be better than just slaughtering innocent children. I mean, that's fun, don't get me wrong, but this is going to be more fun because they might try to fight back.
That was very sort of does the little pantomime of I'm thinking of words to do it, which you probably recognize if we've worked together for a while, before it comes out. Skies! And we have a surprise entrant.
Ooh, I like it. I am into this plan. I could do that.
It's a distraction.
Yep. Perfect. So that is a great. Let's go back and maybe me and Jax. Sounds good.
So the two of you retreat from the village. Give me one more stealth check on your way out.
All right. $20. It's a good thing I have advantage.
Also, the audience is just going to take it as read that they're all like disparate voices and sounds.
Nope.
Yeah.
It works. I can't do. Nice.
26.
All right, 26. So yeah, the two of you stealth back out unseen, unnoticed, unheard. and meet back up with the group, who are still a ways away.
We have a cunning plan. There's some sort of like fight pit or something they're gonna do. I don't know. They've got this is a much more entertaining village than some of the ones we've been to. They're doing some sort of fighting arena down there in the middle. So Zarzire had the brilliant idea that we're just gonna go and maybe me and you, Jax, could go and
Talk with
the
them.
surprise entrance into the fighting arena. I mean, listen, look at us. They'd be lucky to have us.
Disguise!
Yeah.
Looks to the entire group and giants. Can't you speak it?
So what I'm getting out of that is we put 3 of you on top of each other, disguise you as a giant, and that's how the rest of you get in. And then, you know, when
They're
we
asking
start
if
doing the
an-
fighting
Yeah,
thing, we
They're
kind of
asking
like,
if anyone speaks the language.
oh, no.
Knows.
Unfortunately, not today.
Ah,
I speak Celestial in common. That's it.
nope. I
my
speak
background didn't give me
celestial
any.
abyssal in common.
I speak infernal, celestial, abyssal in common.
I speak celestial, infernal, and common.
And for the record, that long pause was in character too. He paused to think about it.
We will be served by the language of fists for glory, men.
That.
I remember that man. I ripped his head off.
There's the
There you go.
very descriptive loud sound of exactly how it sounded when that head was being ripped off.
You know how much of a pain it was to put that head back on and then animate that corpse.
He put it back on himself. That was the whole point.
Kiss flesh.
Good one. Just memories. Give a sniff.
How large is this fighting pit? Did you see?
I'll give like the rough dimensions.
About 30 feet by 30 feet.
Okay.
So if the plan is to not do 3 people standing on top of each other to form a giant, how are the rest of you getting in?
We can just cut our way in. The objective here is for you to distract, and then we attack them while
And
they're
then
paying
they make
attention to
friends.
you.
Yeah. All right. I like it. This is good.
Make friends
Tell-
physically.
It's stealth friendship.
Yeah. You make friends. with the
I
gang.
will
Surprise
start
recruitment.
using my disguise kit proficiency, which I have always, not just today, to disguise Joy as unseeable. How tall is Joy?
She's like 6'5".
So probably not tall enough to pass as Goliath.
On the small side of a Goliath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like maybe at a distance you can't tell. But like cloak so that you can't see any features or notice that this person might be out. Just someone who might be totally hiding who they are so they can participate as a secret,
Secret entrant.
Look, it's not supposed to be good. It's just supposed to work. I don't know if I can get like a disguise kit or something for
Yeah,
that.
give me a disguise kit roll with intelligence.
Okay. I'm not stupid. I'm not smart. I'm not stupid. Oh, 10. I forgot to untoggle
All right.
advantage. I
You
put on a cloak.
you put a cloak on Joy.
Who already has a cloak.
It's clashing? I think it's clashing.
Double cloak.
This
I-
it'll make for a grander entrance when you reveal your true self. I don't know what you think about these things.
I
don't-
mean,
I don't get it.
thanks, Zarzire. I mean, I get it. I get it. I think I mean, I've done a couple of these before. I mean, I was the county champion of like county champion for like 10 years. I think I got this. I will remove the cloak and hand it very carefully back to you. And then I flip my own cloak around inside out so that it's got like a bright red lining.
Okay.
Because I have
The cloak of the bat.
a costume.
Yes, you do have a costume.
Specifically,
You do have a costume, yes.
a costume. Yes.
Yeah, because you're a gladiator.
Yep. So I do that. I like.
What does your costume look like?
Basically, oh goodness, she would be. Yeah.
What is your professional wrestling entrance music and attire?
It's basically the cheapest looking Satan costume that you can possibly do.
So just a red
horns.
jumpsuit.
Yep.
So like red horns, a
Yep.
red mask,
Uh-huh.
a one piece or two piece.
2-piece.
So a red bikini.
Yep. It's really distracting.
Very distracting. Also, it's freezing out. I guess
We're
it doesn't
dead.
matter.
We
we're
don't care.
dead.
I am immune to cold damage.
Yeah.
I've got a fancy shield. It's fine. Alright, I'm ready.
It's particularly distracting because of the fact that your ribs are also popped out. So
Yep.
like they're sort of poking through the bikini top.
I guess I'll absorb the armor back in. That's unsettling. We'll pull that out when we need the distraction part.
Okay.
We're good.
Now the
That'll
bikini.
definitely
Now
distract
the
me.
bikini fits better.
Yep. And I take my lance back and make that all creepy looking again. Bonus action.
So you sort of shove your hand out, and because it's actually you actually grow a separate lance. It's not
Yep.
one that you already have. So
I was imagining like basically the lance forms a shell and then it just sort of like a shell around the outside.
Yeah, you can do that if you want.
Mechanically.
Have a hollow lance.
Yep.
So either way, you shove your hand out, and from your palm, this massive lance of bone just erupts up into the hollow shell of a lance that you previously had.
All right. I'm ready.
Sort of breaks off, and you grab it.
Ready, Jax?
Yep.
All right, the two
Sweet.
of you make your entrance. Give me a performance check. Why
oh
not?
yeah.
Are you doing anything to? Are you doing anything to accentuate your performance?
Yes, I have a harmonica.
Are you guys riding your bone skeleton?
Yes, I'm riding my horse in. Yeah.
With your skeleton behind you still.
Yep.
So
No, Ted's staying behind.
you're on a bone horse
Yep.
in a bikini Satan costume playing a harmonica.
Yes.
I think I know why you got an 11 on
Yep.
that performance roll.
That's me.
I
Ted
feel
is
like
staying behind, and Jax just walks in and is like, hey.
I feel like it's just like a harmonica version of the Undertaker's entrance music.
I don't know what that sounds
it's
like, but
specifically
sure, yes.
it's the high noon harmonica sound. It's the
Beautiful. All right.
all
wait.
eyes are on Joy.
Yep. I hand the harmonica back to
What's your
Baldric.
Baldric, who begins playing the harmonica for
Keep
you.
playing. Keep playing. Keep playing, man. All right.
So Baldric takes the harmonica, puts it up to his mouth. He only knows one note.
Yep. All right.
What's your AC right now?
My AC is 15.
Is that with your armor absorbed?
That
in?
is with my armor, yeah.
So your armor's not on right now.
That's true.
You sucked it
My
back in.
AC is then 12.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Arrow! What the fuck?
I give it 1 minute, Cathan.
Yeah, he's already started walking towards the one of the sides
Yeah.
so that they can see this probably
Yeah.
debacle.
Runa nods and just follows.
There's the very soft voice of someone breathing deeply and panicked. I think they might be distracted. We should go.
I like the idea that the Kenku has like stalked people who have been on the run from the zombies and just hears them trying to say like, "Oh, we've got away," and then the Kenku just appears and goes, "Ah!"
A good portion of the voice clips are from various raids and the reactions people have had to the murderous skeleton and party.
So what's your AC without your armor on, Joy?
12.
A crossbow bolt flies past your face. He rolled an 11.
All right. Well, I figured that we'd make an entrance and, like, entertain you all and have some fun, but okay, I see how it is. I, action will strap my armor back.
Rolled up on a skeleton horse, wearing a red bikini,
Yep.
playing a harmonica.
How were they supposed to know that you wanted to enter the fighting tournament?
I'm not quite sure if this is this is 18 material.
Fine, our Twitch stream
It's
is flagged.
It's just Baraka riding in on the side of the A-Team's truck with the machine gun blaring.
No, it's Baraka from Mortal Kombat riding in on the side of the 18 truck.
You're not wrong. Well, let's do a Mortal Kombat.
All right.
now, I assume.
Yep.
Let's roll some initiative, everybody.
Sounds good. Do I get my armor before this point, or is this happening at the same time?
We'll say you action to pop your armor out, and that's when we'll roll initiative.
Awesome,
So.
thanks.
That's not great.
Oh wait, it would have been 14 with the
wait,
shield.
hang
because I
on.
still have the shield.
I have to roll
missed
that
anyway,
again because
so.
I have initiative.
It doesn't matter, but yeah.
Because there we go.
15.
Gotta make a couple. I have to adjust a few things. Advantage toggle always whisper rolls. Boom.
Whatever you needed to fix, you rolled the exact same thing. William.
Oh.
No, I rolled initiative twice. It was an 8 and then an 18.
Right.
So my initiative is
looking over
is
at
18.
at this page, and the Warhorse tokens look like bugs, and it's creeping me out every single time.
It was that I forgot to turn on the advantage on initiative for being a barbarian with feral instinct.
That's what's creeping you out, Laura.
Yes,
Bugs.
that part. Yes,
That's
I don't
fair.
like bugs. I'm okay with bones. That's fine.
All right. We've got not actually add in the calculation when I put it in.
Be too easy.
God damn fucking.
Oh, berserkers.
This is a nice change of pace. The last cleric I played had a negative dex modifier.
Yeah, that was my cleric for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Chief rolled a natural one.
I have a dex of 2, modifier of 2 for tie breaking reasons. Oh, never mind. There are 5. That was. Oh no, the gladiators.
Gladiators have a dex of 16.
Okay, they're right above me. Yep.
All right. So, Cathan, you're back there on the sled still.
No, we were walking.
No, we
you're
we
walking.
were just
You're
going
walking.
to
Yeah, we were
sort
walking towards.
Right.
Yeah,
of head up
we gave them a head
without
start.
announcing ourselves.
Gotcha.
I think the plan was to surround it, but we probably didn't get that far.
All right.
That's standard rating procedure. Surround.
Surround then pinch. From your previous scouting, it seemed like there's about 30 total people in the village.
Okay.
There was about 5 or 6 people who were actually gladiators, like the people that were getting ready to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Cathan, you are walking up towards the village.
Yep.
What you doing?
So, any villagers nearby?
At the end of your movement, what's your move speed?
30.
30 feet? Not yet.
Okay.
They're about 100 feet away from you. The nearest village is about 100 feet away.
Okay, then I will pick up the pace and pull out my double-bladed sword off my back and just dash off to the flanks of the village.
You dash on your turn.
Yeah.
Runa.
You said they're about 100 feet away, you said?
About 100 feet away, yeah.
Cool. So Runa will just sort of draw the great sword, look in the direction that the nearest villager is standing, kind of reach a hand up and grab the amulet around her neck, and use the action to just teleport 100 feet.
Boom.
And suddenly am in front of them. And will just sort of appearing in front of the villager, just staring them in the eye, just sort of bring her sword up and just Diastun, and will rage.
Alrighty. Rage costs an action for you?
Bonus action.
Bonus action. Alright. You rage. What is it? What happens when you rage?
So when Runa rages, the temperature around her immediately drops, which is impressive considering it's already in a wintry area. But the temperature around her immediately drops, and sort of these dark green necrotic tendrils of shadow sort of begin to suffuse off of her. And just with her offhand, she reaches down and pulls the death mask off of her belt and slides it down over her face. And as soon as it latches down over where her head and her eyes should be, her eyes immediately, while they're normally ice blue, immediately begin to glow.
All right, you are raging. You're in front of a villager.
I had to use my action to
Use
teleport.
your action to
so.
teleport. That's the end of your turn. Villager's turn. That villager goes, fuck! In giant. And attacks you. Does an 11 hit you?
Nope.
All right, cool. The villagers, so not necessarily immediately, but rapidly begin to draw axes, shields, and crossbows, and move in for the attack. You're the only one that they can attack right now with weapons, so there are 4 attacking Runa. Does a 16 hit you?
Exactly.
All right. A 22 hits you, 10 misses, and a 9 misses. You take 2 slashing damage.
Have the 1.
as a hand axe digs into your flesh, and you ignore it because you're undead and don't give a fuck. And Joy, some more crossbow bolts are flying at you.
Yeah.
Does a 13, 12...
I got hit twice. What does the other one do?
Oh, yeah, you got hit twice, sorry. 7 slashing damage on the second one.
Have the 3.
13, 12, 14, and 15. Do any of those hit Joy?
Nope.
So that shield...
Ping.
That shield comes out, and there's just a... As several crossbow quarrels smack into the shield, and you just sort of shake them off. Jax, there are several crossbow bolts coming at you.
Okay.
Does a 6, 17, 20, or 13 hit you?
One of those hits.
All right, you take
The 6 hits. The other ones don't.
I see.
My armor class is in reverse. You have to roll really low.
We're on, I see. We're on second edition rules.
What's your THACO?
You take 6 points of piercing damage as one crossbow bolt sticks like right in your collarbone.
Hey! That wasn't nice.
All right, and the rest are moving up to attack. Gladiator's turn. The gladiators are nowhere near you guys, so they just start to run. Joy.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn and
Once again, your bone armor is like sort of poking through your red bikini.
Yep. It's just like it's all covered up with bone now, basically. She's gonna go after. She's gonna level her lance and just sort of go forward for the nearest thing to skewer some people.
All right, make your attack.
Okay. I have advantage because they are on the ground.
Yep.
And
you are charging if you took the charger feat.
I did not take the charger feat. But a 25 and a 22.
Man, the charger feat while mounted with a lance would be devastating.
I thought about it, but I decided
25 hits, roll damage.
Yep. Is the 22 hit?
22 also hits, yes.
Okay, yep. So 17 and 1. And I'm going to re-roll that second one because I have Savage Attacker. And that's not very good.
You
13. It's the same. It's okay.
It doesn't matter because you jam down your lance and rip it back up, and there are 2 bodies hanging off the lance as you pierce through 2 villagers in one go, killing both of them.
Yes.
They
awesome.
die. On their turn, they'll rise as zombies because they're within 300 feet of you.
All right. That's my turn. Oh well. Next time.
Skilled.
Sorry.
That makes it Zarzi's turn.
Cool. How many could I know you say that when they were just doing their own thing undisturbed in their habitat, they were in groups of 4 or 5. How many could I get in a 20-foot radius sphere that's within 120 feet from me after I've moved up towards this nonsense?
You probably get a good, like a cluster at 10, probably.
Good enough. I'm gonna just sort of twist a little knob, press a button, and toss my hand crossbow.
So you reach up, you grab the reloading stock basically, because crossbows have that little metal bar thing that you can put your foot on to reload faster. You grab that, twist, turn, throw. This crossbow, end over end, as it flies through the air, starts to develop cracks. And so those of you that can see it as it's flying through the air just sort of see bits of light sort of exuding from the crossbow as it flies. It draws the attention as it goes through the air, and people look at it like confused as to what is going on with this crossbow as it hits the ground and it's just a fireball. Go ahead and roll. It's a dexterity save, right?
66 worth of damage. You need to make dex saves for those guys if they have enough hit points to survive 14.
Go ahead and roll that. They don't have enough hit points to survive 14. So 10 of them, 10 villagers just go up in flames.
Are any of those within 30 feet of me?
No.
Damn it.
And I am a rogue, so I have cunning action and can use my bonus action to do things like dash, so I'll move closer.
All right.
Jax. Actually, no, I'm going to hide.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Using the explosion as cover, hide near things.
I mean, you can use because of your cloak, you can hide basically anywhere that there's snow.
Oh, so. That's fair. This is still wintry. I was like, oh, we went from wintry to... Yep.
So long as there is snow, you can hide.
Cool. 18. Wow, that was really bad.
That was really low for you. But yeah, you burrow into the snow with using your cloak for cover. Jax.
Yep. Well,
Oh, hang on. Sorry. Joy, what is your on the back of your horse, your guy with the harmonica, what's he doing?
Oh, that's right.
He works on your turn.
Oh,
That
sorry.
I forgot.
No, it's fine.
Sorry.
No, everyone we're just gonna insert him now, but he'll be on Joy's
okay.
turn next
Yep.
time.
He's gonna take because he has a javelin, so like kind of on the opposite side for me, he's gonna take it and stab down twice.
All right, give him some attack rolls.
Oh, I forgot to add his extra damage if he actually manages to hit 20.
20 hits, 10 misses.
Okay. So that is 6 piercing, and I'm just gonna roll for his extra necrotic damage. So 7 piercing.
All right.
7.
So he
6 piercing.
he
1
stabs the
necrotic.
dude.
Yep. I don't pay attention. He's not. It's fine.
All right. Sorry, Jax.
yes.
Your turn.
So somebody shot me.
Yep.
That's not nice.
No, it's not.
He needs to be made friendly.
Yep.
So I pull out Shiv, like, Shiv, come on, you're gonna go give someone a hug now. Because his hugs make people friendly.
They do.
So we are riding that motherfucker down.
All right.
Yep. And let's see, there's that.
No.
18
18 hits.
for
Wow.
20.
You will be a friend.
You run in and jab Shivanalar's spine out, and as you jab the spine and skull of this dragon out, the large fanged maw of the dragon opens up and just clamps around the head and face and shoulders of your target. And you come back, and the shoulders come with you, but the rest of the body doesn't.
Hugged a little hard, that's fine. I'll fix that. Is there anybody else within range now?
Yeah, you're in like a cluster of people.
Sweet! More hugs! Actually, you know what? Is there anywhere where if I'm looking, there is not any of the people who are already my friends?
Plenty.
But there's a large group of people.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There are way more of them than you guys. It's really easy to get like 5 to 7 people in a cone.
Wonderful.
I will note that it's an action to use that, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I missed that. Never mind.
yeah, it is an action to
Never
use the breath.
mind. Fine. I didn't want to kill a bunch of people anyway.
I mean, you can do it on your next turn.
Then I will just hack one more to pieces. Or I will roll a natural one because hi, I'm Jeremy. I don't know if you know this, but I don't roll dice well.
That's fine. You go to stab again, but this time Shiva's mouth doesn't open, and so you just lightly bat somebody. You look.
She's still chewing on.
Yeah, Shiva is still chewing on the corpse that she bit.
Can't wait to eat.
All right, and then
it's
Ted.
particularly upsetting because you see like the bits of corpse falling out the back end of the mouth.
Ted, Shiv, it's gonna be really hard to put that together again. Fine. It's not my fault. Shiv's doing it. And then Ted, who I imagine, because he'd been left behind, came in with everybody else.
Yeah, he's running.
Yeah. He will also chuck a javelin.
All right.
Because I assume he can't get to somebody.
Yeah, no, but he can absolutely throw a javelin.
Yep. 19 for 8 piercing damage.
Plus the D4 necrotic.
Oh, plus the D4 necrotic. You're right. 9 damage total.
So in perfect Olympic javeliner form, Ted just comes marching across the snow, lobs a javelin, and it sticks into the side of one of the villagers. The villager's still up, but there's a javelin sticking out of them now.
Ted and I practice our form every day.
Absolutely. It's just this
Calisthenics are important.
Again,
Yes.
this grinning facade as it's just marching in javelin form.
We do yoga.
Ted's really good at yoga.
Yep, absolutely. A little bit of Taibo. It's important for your zombie to remain limber because those joints can stiffen up.
Oh yeah.
Especially in the cold.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there is a collective roar that goes up from around the camp as several of the what looked like villagers previously, sort of rip off what hide clothes they're wearing to expose their bare glistening muscles, pull out great axes, and just start charging. And one of them can get to Runa. No, one of them get to Runa, one of them can get to Joy, and one of them can get to Jax.
Sweet.
So Runa first. Does a 24 hit you?
Yep.
14 slashing damage as this raging
7.
individual comes in and smashes into you. Joy,
Yep.
does a 16 hit you?
Nope.
You again, that shield just knocked the great sword aside, the great axe aside as it comes down on you.
Mm-hmm.
Jax, a 21.
Yep, that'll hit.
13 slashing digs into your armored side.
You seem friendly.
And then from a distance, a horn goes off as a much larger Goliath than the rest steps out of a tent in the middle. This one stands a head and shoulders again over the rest of the Goliaths. So they're already a bunch of 7 to 8 feet tall people. This guy is getting
That's
close
right.
to 10.
Okay.
And begins marching towards the group of you. Cathan, your turn.
All right. So closest person is probably about 40 feet away from me now?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So I will start walking forward and as my action, I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
And my allies are the ones that won't be affected, obviously. And then can't really do anything as a bonus action. But yeah, so let's see. They start their turn within 15 feet of, if anybody starts their turn within 15 feet of me, they have to make a wisdom save. As skeletal spirits start to, they kind of just pour out his back and then start surrounding him.
All right.
Than 15 feet.
All right. Runa.
All right. Well, first off, murder this villager. Just bring the Soul Eater down.
I think the only villagers left are around you. The rest are
Yeah.
berserkers, the berserkers, gladiators, and the chief.
Oh, for some reason I keep turning bless off. Okay, so 25 to hit.
25 hits. Why are you attacking with advantage?
Because reckless attacks.
Okay. All right.
I'm a barbarian.
Yes. Good. Got it.
So that's whoops. There's an extra 3 in there. That should actually just be 14. So 17 slashing damage, 4 necrotic damage.
You kill that person.
So with my reaction, As the Goliath falls, Runa just kind of leans back her head and almost seems to breathe in this energy of the departing Goliath's soul, and the sort of icy blue line sort of stretched down her arms, and the green aura around her flares out into a pair of large spectral ethereal green wings, and the scale on one of her on her hip slams to one side as if weighted down. As she enacts her Judge of Souls.
I see we have an advocate of Laretha here.
And then we'll take a second swing at the Berserker that's in front of her.
Go ahead. The Berserker is a hardier sort.
23.
23 hits.
So that's 16 slashing damage and 3 necrotic damage.
All right, you smash into him. He's still standing as Soul Eater rips across his chest, leaving a deep gash that begins to blacken from the necrotic energy.
And then how many corpses are within 60 feet of me?
Oh, do you have that set so that you crit on 19 against living creatures? Because these are definitely living.
I do not.
Soul Eater has the Bane of the Living feature.
Yes, so crit range 19. Yep.
Sorry, what were you at? What was your question?
How many corpses are within 5 feet of, or within 60 feet of me?
Within 60 feet of you? You were flanking off to one side, so just the one that you made.
Right, none of the rest of this fight was within 60 feet of me? Yeah.
No, you guys spread out a little bit because you spread out to sort of like surround and conquer.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Save that for later then.
All right. Anything else in your turn?
I will, you know what, for the heck of it, I will move as close to the rest of the fight as I can get with my 40 feet of movement and see if that gets me any more bodies within range.
Yeah. When you move 40 feet, if you move, you're gonna get a couple of attacks of opportunity.
That's fine.
With advantage because you reckless attack.
Yep, because I'm reckless.
22 hits.
Yep.
For 9 slashing.
Before.
And 10 misses. 17 hits.
Not with my Judge of Souls active.
All right, and a 20.
20 hits exactly with my Judge of Souls active.
Or 3 slashing. So
Have the one.
two blows rain down on you from axes. You shrug them off as you move closer, and you can probably get closer to where Joy and Jax are, where there's about 3 more dead bodies over there.
So there's 4 total.
4 total, yeah.
It's not the full 5, but it's a decent enough number. So she will sort of, after she's gotten into range, she will sort of plant Soul Eater into the ground and do it, die, and will command the unworthy as she casts Dance Macabre.
All right. So, Joy, the 2 skeletons on your lance, the 2 bodies on your lance slough off. Or do they become skeletons or zombies?
The ones that are impaled will become skeletons. The other ones will be zombies.
The ones on your lance slough off their skin as they begin to move around. Their organs sort of rotting away as these skeletons drop off your lance. You command them, don't you?
Yeah.
So yeah. You have control of those. I'm
Look,
sure
Jack's
you can have
friends.
the stats of things.
Yay!
And the command is kill the living.
Right. Do they operate on your turn or do they operate
next?
I don't know how I don't actually know how Dance Macabre works.
You used
each
it.
course, I mean, it comes.
No, you didn't use it once.
You decide whether it comes on go, and it gains a bonus to its attack and damage rolls equal to my spellcasting ability mod, which is my wisdom, which is +4. Mentally command the creatures you make with the spell, issuing the same command to all of them. They must be within 60 feet of me to receive the command. I decide what actions the creatures will take and where they will move during their next turn. So presumably they move on whatever initiative they were on when they were alive.
Okay.
Actually, no, I do stand corrected. You used it because it was part of Seth's ability.
I had it, but I don't remember if I ever used it or not.
In the mansion below. Anyways,
Yeah.
it's been a while. Okay, so villagers' turns. So those 4 raise back up. The 10 that were incinerated were still within 300 feet of Joy.
Yeah.
So 10 more villagers that were previously exploded rise as burning skeletons and begin to set about the place.
Yes.
as you do.
My skeletons are stronger because they get to add my wisdom to their attack and damage rolls.
Yes, but your skeletons are stronger. Her skeletons are many
On fire.
and are currently on fire. And they just begin.
Hers win.
They begin to set about
Thanks,
the
Jax.
place, lighting things on fire. There are only 3 actual villagers left. Everyone else is other things. So they're going to try to attack. They're going to pull out crossbows and start shooting at Runa, because getting close to Runa is dangerous. 15. Does a 15 hit Runa?
Nope.
13. 7. Miss. Okay.
Are they rolling with advantage?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
They just suck. All right. So you've got control of 2 skeletons and 2 zombies. William, what are you doing with them? This is their turn.
Their command was kill the living.
Okay. So the 2 that are next to you are going to swarm the villagers. The 2 that are the one that was next to you is going to attack the villagers. So go ahead and make an attack roll for a zombie with your wisdom
Please tell me
modifier.
there's a children's playground right next to them.
No,
I don't
there's-
have a skeleton or zombie template to control.
Don't they just have your
No,
bonus
they
as theirs?
are a skeleton and a zombie stat block,
Yeah.
but they add my wisdom to their attack and damage rolls on top of their
Okay.
normal bonuses.
Yeah, just the zombie's going to be.
You can just give me a zombie monster sheet under my journal and a skeleton monster sheet under my journal,
Yeah, that requires.
and then I can just add 4
That
to.
requires stuff.
Stuff.
That requires stuff.
Huge
What about
props to
things?
Jeremy for noticing in advance that the Bone Knights needed companion sheets.
Oh yeah. No.
There, you get a copy of a skeleton.
Yeah, just give me copy of skeleton, copy of zombie, and then I can
And
add
then
my bonus to them.
duplicate. Copy of zombie.
Yep. To hit becomes +8.
There you go.
Damage becomes +6.
You have a copy of a zombie and a copy of a skeleton. When you have fixed it, go ahead and have the zombie make an attack roll.
Zombie. Fortunately, that's easy. Damage becomes
Insert
+7.
9-inch nails
Five.
reference here.
All right. Here is Zombie Slam. 19,
Nice.
19 hits.
dealing 10 bludgeoning damage.
Plus 1d4 for the necrotic banner.
Yep. Not 1d34, 1d4.
So that zombie just tears into one of the remaining villagers and rips them apart. That'll be a new skeleton in a minute. And then your other skeletons are going to attack the berserk. The other 3 are going to attack the berserkers that are on Jackson Joy. So go ahead and give them some attacks.
So 3.
3, yes. 2 skeletons, 1 zombie.
Skeleton,
Does
skeleton.
not have advantage, but
So just ignore the crit damage on the first one. So 10 piercing and 12 piercing. Let me roll the d4s for those 2 skeletons.
maybe stabbing into a dude.
1 and 1. And then the 1 remaining zombie. Slam, 23. 9 bludgeoning plus. No, don't do this code again. 3 plus 3.
All right.
for zombie.
Skeletons have set upon enemies. That makes it Gladiator's turn. Gladiators, seeing that their own have begun to rise, move over and begin fighting with the skeletal hordes that have risen. and one goes towards Joy, and one goes towards Jax as well. Three axe attacks are coming at Joy.
As long as things keep dying within 30 feet of me, I don't have to worry about losing Judge of Souls.
Does a 24 hit you, Joy?
Yes.
Does a 14 hit you?
Nope.
And a 7 also misses.
Nope.
You take 6 slashing damage from one gladiator.
It's going to get a deadly rebuke.
Okay.
It takes 12 necrotic damage as a reaction.
All right. And 3 attacks coming at Jax. 22, a 22, and a natural 20.
Oh.
3 hits on Jeremy.
I'm stunned.
You take 6 slashing, 8 slashing, and then 8 slashing. The crit was 8 slashing.
6, 8, and 8.
Yep.
So that's
22.
All right. That makes it Joy's turn.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to have my horse rear up and try and stomp at the one that's on me, the berserker.
Okay, berserker on you.
So it's going to make a hoof attack.
Yeah.
12?
12 misses.
Okay. And then how far away am I from the tall guy, the chief?
There is a berserker and a gladiator between you and him, but you're about 50 feet away at this point.
Okay, cool. I'll try and skewer the berserker that's still on me. I'm gonna wheel the horse. I'm gonna have Baldric try and hit him.
Okay.
Because this is beneath me. With a battle axe this time.
Yes.
Because we're closer. 15 and a natural 20.
Both hit. Is he rolling?
I didn't say whether he was doing it one-handed or two-handed. It probably makes sense with one hand.
Okay, so it's the one. So it'd be the first damage die.
Yep. So 6 slashing and 7 slashing. Did that do it right? I think so. Wait.
The second one's a crit. You're gonna want to actually click the second one.
Okay, I thought I did. Oh no, I didn't. Okay.
So 6 slashing
Less than
and
5.
6 slashing and 5 slashing.
5. And
don't forget to add the d4s.
Yep.
That's a 2d4 necrotic at the moment.
Yep. So +3. How's it doing?
Still up.
Still up?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
These guys are marginally tougher than the regular villagers.
Fine. Yeah, I'll try and spear it. Get out of the way! You have bigger things to do. 26 to hit.
26 hits.
Yep. 12 piercing. I'm gonna reroll the no, I'm gonna and hit it again with my second attack. 22.
22 hits.
12 piercing. I'm gonna reroll that damage just to see if I can. No, it's the same. So 14 total.
13.
Nope, 14.
roll?
Savage attacker, I get to choose.
Oh, you get to choose.
One.
Okay,
yep,
cool.
I get to choose.
Cool.
Yep.
All right.
That's my turn.
On that second hit, that berserker goes down.
Gah! Tenacious little buggers.
Yes, they are. Zarzire.
Every time something dies within 30 feet of Runa, you can just see the scales like tipping further.
You're muted. Or at least we can't hear you.
Yeah, you're muted.
Yeah, Erin is muted.
Oh, sorry. I said, let me think for a second. Is there one still alive?
One what?
Oh. How many total are still not undead?
There are 15 enemies still alive. You've killed about half the village.
With 60 feet, so my dashing movement, could I get into the middle of a group of them?
Yeah, you can get over to the ones that are fighting with Joy and Jax.
Yeah. I want to get as many of them as possible within 10 feet of me.
Okay. So you could get. So there are two options. You have two options there. You could go towards the gladiators, the group of gladiators that are fighting the skeletons that just popped up. There's about 5 of them over in a cluster over there. Or you could go over to where Joy and Jax are, and there are 4 enemies. There are 3 now enemies there, where there's 2 gladiators and a barbarian and a berserker.
I'll go over to the ones that are just fighting skeletons,
Okay.
because Joy and Jax are competent-ish. Well, competent in a fight is definitely true.
So
there are 5 of them?
Yeah, so there's about 5 of them in the middle of fighting a bunch of skeletons.
Cool. Circle of Death, which as far as I can tell does not have a cooldown.
No.
Fan of Knives.
Nothing you can do.
Well, it's because it's just a dagger attack, and it's a ranged dagger attack. So if you do it against someone while you've got someone in melee with you, then
Yeah, but there's 5 of them.
Yeah, but there's 5 of them, so.
Yep.
And I don't have to use the offhand attack. So yeah.
So you spin the cloak and fling daggers around you. It
5
also
attacks, so
it also doesn't care who's around you is the other thing. So.
all right. So 5 attack rolls. Any of those miss?
Nope,
15?
all of them. Actually, one of them is going to parry a flying dagger. Actually, no, melee attack. Never mind. It only works on melee attacks. All of them hit.
Yeah. Cool. Just gonna roll the damage.
Mhm.
I get a plus 1d4 necrotic on each of these. It's just
Yep.
that the global attack thing wasn't working.
One more.
And
there it
Yep.
goes.
Yep, and then roll
11, 8, 9, 10, 11.
and then roll 1d4 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll 5d4 and then read them off to you.
Okay, that works. Well,
So,
1, 2, 3, 2,
8
4.
and 1 is 9. 2 and 9 is 11. 3 and 10 is 13. 2 and 11 is 13.
There's another 11 there as well.
There's another 11. That 11 makes it 14.
All right. Yeah. So you get into this circle of guys who are fighting with skeletons. Spin that cloak around. Daggers fly around, stabbing into a bunch of them. They're still up, but they've taken.
That's
damage.
fair. Yeah. But that was good. That's my turn.
All right. Jax.
I don't suppose the rogue gets sneak attack on one of those because at least one of them is fighting skeletons. and
Yeah,
having-
yeah. You would have gotten a sneak
Yeah.
attack on one of those. Whichever one you want.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. I know I'm a rogue. I didn't write down how much my sneak attack is. I have to check D&D.
I think it's 5d6.
Yeah,
Half
it's
your
at
level.
least 4.
Cool
Um,
beans. 5d6.
Yes, at level 10, it's 5d6.
So one of them took 15 extra damage. Probably the one that took the 12.
Yeah. So
The first one I hit.
just smashed into him with that particular dagger.
Nice.
All right, Jax.
Okay. Well, there went my plan.
Sorry.
Everybody's already in position to become friends, and those that aren't have people who are already friends mixed in. So,
I do have evasion if
I
you have an
mean,
AoE thing you want to
there's-
do.
Jax, there's that one right in front of me. I want to charge the big guy.
oh, there's the big guy.
Yeah, I want to charge
Oh,
him.
there's the big guy.
Dibs, Jax. Dibs.
You're busy.
God.
Okay, I'm gonna die, and then you'll be able to. Yeah. it'll be
yeah.
fine. So I'm racing in.
Even
to give it to give him lots of white dragon hugs.
All right.
16.
Hits exactly.
Nice.
Okay. There's 24 damage. 24
That hits.
for 14 damage.
All right. Action surge.
Yeah, action
Yeah,
surge.
do it.
19
Hits.
for another 23 damage.
All right.
And I missed, but
You miss.
for my bonus action, I cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. Which then gets its own attack.
Yes,
What's it look like?
my Spiritual Weapon is just it's just a representation of arms giving a hug.
Just spiritual stand arms that reach out and go.
But they're creepy, like undead, like
Yeah.
ghostly, like skeletal
Abnormally
arms.
long.
Yeah,
Just like
Yeah.
creepy ghost arms.
like
Just,
Freddy Krueger in the
Yeah.
down the alleyway.
Yeah. Like a wide variety of From Software enemy types.
And
Nice.
there's a crit.
So as these arms reach down to try to grab him, the leader of this tribe reaches over, grabs one of the gladiators by the scruff of the neck, and throws him into the embrace.
makes him take the hit for it.
Yeah. Redirect
Well, screw you. I didn't do much damage anyway, so ha!
Redirect attack is one of the best NPC abilities.
It really is. I'll be honest.
8 force damage.
Like it's an amazing NPC ability, and I think one of the mastermind rogue I think gets to do that to his allies.
It's just a really great thing. So yeah, this gladiator who wasn't paying attention just gets flung face first into these ethereal arms that just comes crashing down.
Well, that sounds like a mistake that he made.
Berserker's turns. There are several of them fighting with the skeletons at the moment. One of them is going to rush Zarzire, who just stabbed him with a dagger.
Yep. I'm not apologizing.
There's an 18 hit.
18's my AC.
Yep, so you take 10 slashing damage as one of these guys comes in with a great axe and just smashes into you with it.
As he thirds my health.
I should note that like
33.
all the hits
Shit.
with all the hits that I've taken in this fight, I am at 99 hit points.
Keep bragging. I made a one-shot character.
Oh yeah.
I
no,
mean-
it's good.
I made a
beautiful.
one-shot barbarian.
My response is, hey, look, William's playing a William character with all the hit points. I'm shocked.
I like hit points.
No, hit points are great. Hit points should either be incredibly high or incredibly low. If they're in the middle, it's boring.
I am of that opinion as well. Yes.
the chieftain, who has advantage on these attacks because he threw one of his allies into the attack against him, is going to make some great sword attacks against Jax as he rears up this massive blade made of discarded bone.
Been nice knowing y'all.
You have a
I will take revenge for
read
you.
We'll
your
see you in a
armor's
day.
ability.
See you
Again.
I'm
tomorrow.
aware of my armor's ability. I am perfectly aware of it.
Does a 24 hit you?
Oh, yeah.
And does a 20 hit you?
Yep.
And another 20. All right, so 3 hits, 3 successful. You take 10 slashing, 14 slashing damage.
I had 27 hit points.
Oh
All
god.
right. You're still standing though,
I am.
because because the Death Lord's plate, any damage that is dealt to you that reduces you to 0 reduces you instead to 1, unless you've taken fire or radiant damage.
There you go.
Why it's a legendary suit of armor. It's
Yes.
also cursed.
It is also a cursed legendary suit of armor that turns whoever wears it into an undead. You're already undead.
Big whoop, you were
I'm already. It turns you into undead and sends your soul to the Lich, which I am already undead, and that's my greatest wish. So
It's like it's everything you ever wanted it to be.
you're cursed. Thank you.
So Jax is currently at 1 hit point. Cathan, your turn.
And I mean, if you died, I would just pick you back up.
So
Yes, but then I'm under your control.
Yeah, it's not as fun.
No, not even just like walk over. No, you're not. You're not supposed to be dead yet. Well, really dead yet. Get back up.
Since I came in from a different angle, I guess, how close am I to any of these fights? Because I was 10 feet away from.
You're about 60 feet away from like Joy and Jax, and similarly to Zarzire. Actually, no, you're about 30 feet away from them. Yeah, you're much closer. Yeah, you're about 30 feet away from either fight, either direction.
I want a piece of the big guy too, so I'm gonna go over that way.
All right.
So, and then yeah, I'm gonna first see if I'm gonna use my action to cast Toll the Dead on him.
All right.
So DC 16.
What's the save? Wisdom?
16.
No, wisdom save is what I was trying to.
Oh yeah, wisdom save. And
he rolled a natural 20 on the wisdom save.
all right, then never mind.
He does not hear your bell tolling.
Nope.
Pose for someone else.
Yep.
That guy right over there.
But yeah, so bonus action. No, I'll just get up next to him. I can't really do anything as a bonus action yet.
All right. Runa.
Well, it's time to cut my way through the rest of these people. Find the nearest person who looks like they're gonna die soon.
And there's the berserker that's been punching you.
Cool. Soul Eater. Take a soul. 27.
That hits.
19 damage.
Unfortunately, it only takes souls on crits.
I know.
You hit. Okay, he's still standing.
Crit!
There you go. Hey. He has less than 100 hit points at the moment.
Well, first there's that much damage, and then I have to roll the crit damage.
Read it again.
Yeah, I know, but if he makes the save, he still takes this damage.
What's the save?
It is, I think it's DC Soul Eater. Where are you? I had the thing minimized. The DC is 15, con save.
Natural 1. All right. So, Runa, wielding this blade that is made of a particularly dark metal and particularly jagged in places, suddenly lights up blue as Runa swipes the blade up and through this berserker, but it doesn't actually cut any flesh. Instead, it just passes through the body of the berserker, but there's a soul attached to it as it goes through. So as the body of this berserker collapses to the ground, the soul condenses into one of the gems in the hilt of this sword, which begins to glow.
The scale on her hip is already tilting, and it just slams down for a second and then rises back up to its tilted position.
All right. Well, you got one soul.
And I believe I automatically regain the amount of necrotic damage that I would have dealt.
Yes.
So that would have been 8. It would have been 10 necrotic damage that I get back. And then I will move to the next person who's going to die soon.
All right. That makes it so that one does not rise back up when that one in particular does not rise back up as when the banner ticks off because his soul is in a gem. And the corpse is not usable for resurrecting.
At least not with the banner.
Villagers are all dead. No, there's still 2 villagers left. They're gonna start attacking that zombie that Runa raised.
It is just like a zombie in all respects, except it just hits really hard.
Does an 18 and a 19 hit the zombie? I believe it does.
Copy of zombie, probably. I believe their AC is like 8.
It's really low. That particular zombie takes 2 damage and 4 damage.
They have 22 hit points. Yeah, their armor class is 8.
All right. They have more hit points as a zombie than they did as a villager.
Also, they have undead fortitude as a zombie.
All right. A couple of gladiators come over and start smashing on Jax.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, also the zombies and skeletons go. So,
Yeah.
I guess he's gonna swing back.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
7 bludgeoning damage to one of those villagers.
plus a D4 necrotic.
And a D4 necrotic, yeah. Roll 1D4. Plus 4 necrotic.
1 more villager dead.
And then the other zombie presumably attacks someone. 17, 8 bludgeoning, 3 necrotic.
Uh-huh.
And then
And the 2 skeletons.
2 skeletons
Are attacking the
19,
the
24.
gladiator on Joy.
So that's 10 piercing, and then
That one's dead now. Joy, there's no more people on you.
2 necrotic, 3
great.
necrotic.
The skeletons killed the thing that was attacking you.
Sweet.
All right.
Perfect.
And the ones that Runa has raised with her ability specifically have that sort of similar eerie green glow that is making up her wings right now.
So two gladiators are attacking Jax. 2 gladiators are attacking Cathan. Cathan.
They have disadvantage.
All right.
Cloak of displacement.
All right.
Yeah, until one of them hits you.
Does an 11 hit you?
Nope.
9.
Nope.
12.
Nope.
Natural 1. 20.
I'll use my reaction, so no. Because I have defensive duelist, so my AC becomes 22 for that attack.
Are you wielding the thing in 2 hands?
Yes.
Okay, so you're not getting the benefit from your shield then.
No, I have an armor class of 18, and then with half plate, +1 from the double-bladed swords, and then defensive duelist adds my proficiency bonus.
Cool.
So
Okay.
my AC is 22.
So all 6 attacks miss you. Jax. 18 misses.
Yep.
14. Oh wait, sorry. These don't have disadvantage. These have. 25 hits you.
Yep.
You take 6 damage. Doesn't matter. 17 misses you. And 24 hits you. You take 9 damage. Still doesn't matter.
Oh, here's the question. Is he dumb enough to say, "You idiots, you can't take me down unless you use fire"?
I don't know.
Stop stabbing me, it just tickles.
Joy.
All right. There's no more on me, right?
Correct.
And are there any others of the villagers or the gladiator? There's some gladiators.
Yeah, there's some gladiators and some berserkers still left.
Okay. So I'm gonna take a wide loop around, because I've got 60 feet of movement on this here horse.
Yep.
So I'm gonna showboat slightly, and go around. I'm gonna shove Baldric off next to one of the berserkers, probably. Finish that guy off for me. I'm not having you kill skill. Those are already trying. And listen, mine. I'm like looking up at the chief, who is probably not paying attention to me at all, but I have goals here, which include being awesome. Okay. And then I'm gonna charge at the chief with my lance.
All right. First, let's give an acrobatics check from your skeleton as well as an attack roll.
Okay. Let's
dread
see here.
warrior.
Acrobatics would just be dexterity? Yes.
Yep.
Could I make a case for athletics?
No.
Okay. 8.
Okay, and an attack?
All right. Battle axe.
Oh, miss. All right.
Miss and second attack.
Also miss.
Nope.
So you shove.
So ineffective.
So you shove your dread warrior off the
Go
horse.
be useful.
And as he flails wildly as he falls, only to land face first in the snow and completely missing his attacks against the guy who was trying to attack.
Yep, Joy is really mean. Okay.
And you make your attacks against the chieftain.
All right, here we go. Is the chieftain? What size is the chieftain?
He's
Considered.
technically a medium creature.
Sweet. All right, so I still have advantage.
He's on the upper end of the medium creature.
Yep. 23 and a 14.
23 hits, 14 misses.
Okay. I'm gonna re-roll that because that's a 1 and that's nonsense. Okay. So that would be technically I'm only supposed to re-roll the damage dice, but if you're fine with that, I'll just take the total from the second
I
roll.
mean, it's just
so, like,
11
necrotic.
plus. That's easy. 11 plus
Okay.
2. So
Yep. 12.
that's 13 because the 2 that you rolled initially.
Oh, okay. 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was only a 1 point difference on the necrotic damage.
Yep.
It's,
Okay.
It's also not that hard to look across.
Sweet. I wasn't sure what you preferred. Okay.
That's fine.
And yeah, I'm just gonna yell at him. Hey! That's my friend! From the other side.
All right.
Like,
Zarzire's turn.
All right. There's still a group around me, sort of.
Yep, and one who is currently in melee with you.
Okay. Well, the Cloak of Frozen Daggers is a 10-foot.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It is range, so it'll be a disadvantage because somebody's in melee with you.
Unless you want to just disengage and
within
step aside.
10 feet of you.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Range dagger attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me check something real quick.
yeah, unless you just want to disengage and step like over.
Well,
a bit.
yeah.
you can
I
disengage.
can do that. I also want to check to make sure I have to.
Oh yeah, because you have
Sorry, I knew I was right.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have the crossbow
Crossbow
expert.
expert.
ability. That's right. Doesn't matter. Never mind.
Crossbow expert. The most confusingly named feat because it doesn't specifically require to crossbows in a lot of cases.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it being a ranged attack should not matter in.
It
any
does not matter.
context.
That's right. I forgot about crossbow expert.
Yep. Everyone forgets the crossbow.
No one
And some
expects the
people are going
crossbow.
to die of that. How many are there?
There's
still?
5. Yeah, 5 still.
Nobody expects the crossbow as a fireball.
All right, 15's the lowest. Does that hit?
15 misses. It's the only one that misses.
17 hits, I assume?
Yep.
All right, 4 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 4d6 for the necrotic.
44.
4.
44s for the necrotic.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
5d6 for your sneak attack on whichever one of those attacks you want to apply it.
Whichever one. You know what? If the guy who's in melee with me is in a position to be sneak attacked, he'll get the sneak attack.
You have an ally in melee with him because there are skeletons all over the place. Yeah.
Yep. Ally in melee is gonna 5d6.
Extra 15 again.
15.
So
So
5.
he takes 15 plus 10, 4. Next guy plus 10 plus.
All 5 of them die.
Awesome.
Okay,
That makes math easier.
I've been watching the numbers. So, 5 more gladiators fall to the ground as pin cushions with frozen daggers in them.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna use my movement to get.
Fan of Knives is the
there's
best.
a hub that Mara's skeleton is fighting, and there's the big guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're basically all that's left are the big guy and 4 other guys around him.
Yeah. So going for the scrubs around the big guy. Yeah, I'm gonna move over there with my movement. Do I need to dash to do that?
No.
Okay, so bonus action. Yeah. For some reason, I thought the leather armor had a bonus action. It does not.
Right.
Yep, I'm good.
Jax.
Yep.
There are all these axe wounds in your body.
That's not real nice.
No.
27.
Hits. I'm assuming you're attacking the big guy.
I'm attacking the big guy with Shiv. Yeah.
Yep.
That's 18 damage. 19
That
for
hits.
12 damage.
Plus a D4 necrotic on both of these.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Nice.
That's another 7.
Yep.
And then the hug moves away from what it was hugging, and is gonna try and hug the big guy again. 26.
He grabs another one of the guys next to him and throws them at the skeleton obs. He really doesn't want to get touched by those.
It's just creepy.
I mean, that's good because that was 12 force damage.
Yep. It is very creepy. It's like, what are you doing?
Squeeze, crack, as by like twists and.
Beautiful.
There are no more berserkers left. They're all dead. No more villagers left. They're all dead. What's Chief's turn now?
Chief takes damage unless he saves.
What's the
Well,
save?
actually, it's DC 16.
What's the
wisdom.
yeah? Another natural 20 on his wisdom save.
Oh, he still takes half of. Why is it not loading?
Do you need to set the level for it?
No.
Hmm.
There we go. Now it's. Why is it?
Well, while you're figuring that out, he's making
Yeah.
3 attacks at Joy.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Does a 21 hit you?
Yep.
Does a 19 hit you?
Yep.
Does a 23 hit you?
Yep.
12 slashing, 10 slashing, 6 slashing.
12, 10, and 6. He is getting a deadly rebuke.
All right.
Uh,
Figure out how much damage it is, Cathan.
5
Yeah, no,
necrotic
it's
damage.
3d8. It's
Terrible.
just not showing up when I click on the spell. It's supposed to throw it as a spell card into the chat. But it's just 3d8 necrotic, so I'll just roll
I
out.
just roll it.
So he takes
Nice.
11.
All right, 11 necrotic. He's still standing.
Good
Cathan.
All right.
Oh, there. It showed up then.
Yeah, I don't know why it's showing up now. Let's see. So, obviously, this is not my soul to reap. So, who's the little guys around me?
Some gladiators.
Some of the gladiators. Okay, I'll attack one of them.
The one that just got thrown into the arms of the skeleton.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. So 29.
That hits.
And then plus the D4.
Oh, 1 off from critting.
I know, right?
That one's dead.
All right, and then bonus action on the upswing, catch another one.
Misses.
Yep.
The backhand strike isn't as accurate.
All right. But that's me.
All right, Runa.
How many more heads are there to take?
There are 3 gladiators and the big guy.
Let's finish off these gladiators. Soul Leader 16.
Hits.
Good.
Clear out these things.
So for 22 damage.
Uh-huh.
And then second swing, 30, which is it's an 18. Damn it! Ah,
One off.
for 22.
All right. Still standing. The skeleton army that you have raised around you surrounds both you and them, so they cannot escape.
Well, let's see my skeleton stab him. 19 and 14.
19 hits, 14 doesn't.
All right, so that's 11 piercing.
Yep.
And
these skeletons
2
are...
more necrotic.
So, Joy,
Yes.
because you have the banner, you have control of the skeletons. They are going to pile on and stab. There are enough of them to kill all of the remaining enemies.
Perfect. I don't want them to kill the big guy though.
All right. The
Fine.
skeletons dogpile and stab to death the remaining gladiators, leaving the chieftain alone.
Yes.
Absorb soul energy.
Joy, it's your turn.
Sweet. Is this sufficient? No. Is it dramatic? Yes. All right.
It'll be extra dramatic if you don't kill him and Runa just runs him through.
I will hate you. All right. I dropped the lance, and I am going to use my bonus action to make a warhammer at +2.
So
I'm going to
you
use one of my spell slots up.
you drop the lance, and as you do, it sort of crumbles into dust as you sort of cock your arm, and out of the elbow, a warhammer just erupts, and then you extend your arm back to catch it as it almost falls.
Okay. I'm not going to change it on the sheet, but these are all +2. So, and I'm still on the horse, so I have advantage. 28.
Yep.
17.
Both hit.
Yes. All right. 7 bludgeoning, 4 necrotic. 7 bludgeoning, 3 necrotic.
Don't forget to add that magic to damage as well.
Oh, God. I'm going to re-roll one of those because those are ones, and I can do it once. Ah!
And
all
more
right.
ones.
I'm stuck. Okay.
So that's 9 bludgeoning on both of those.
Okay. Yep.
How do you want to do this?
Yes. All right. I want to basically like bowl and cave his head in with the
Okay.
like
So
a polo player.
you smash him in the gut first to bend him over so that you can get a really good shot at that, and then just over the top, on top of the head, he just collapses to the ground with a large warhammer indention in his skull.
That was fun.
Several of the buildings are on fire from these still flaming skeletons that are now just meandering around.
Ah, that was great.
Nice work.
Thanks.
Yep.
Jax, how you doing? You don't look
I'm good.
all right.
I'm fine.
Perfect.
Jack?
As he bleeds horribly from every fucking spot on his body.
You don't look
I'm
so
good.
fine.
I'm peachy.
Your shoulder's like half hanging open. You can see the
Listen,
sinew
man,
and bone.
it's okay.
I give Jax a once over.
I pat his shoulder and I'm gonna do healing hands.
I mean, Jax is at 1 hit point. You can tell
Yeah.
that, but you
Yeah.
also know that Jax can't die.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm like, he's fine. He's fine.
I know.
Unless I
Walk it
trip
off.
and land face first into a small
Yeah,
campfire.
just-
He might do that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
concerned.
That's
Or
fair.
why I'm doing this.
create a fire.
Yeah.
Unless you trip and fall face first
Action,
into a
by the way,
campfire.
if we're out of combat, to get my crossbow back.
Oh, I will. Really quick. I will second wind because why not?
And I'm gonna
Now I
healing
don't have
hand-
to spend my bonus action
Yeah.
on things.
I
so-
healing hands you so you get 10 more hit points.
Okay. So
Is the other village that we're planning on striking within a day or two travel as well?
I don't know.
It's on the way to the Gordian King's place, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't think we didn't
Yeah.
get
Okay.
You
Yeah.
can hit it on the way. Yeah, it's easily.
Alright. That was good.
All right.
And then
let's
you
get
gave me
going.
what? Another 10?
Yep. 10.
Okay.
After a while, the skeletons all collapse where they're standing.
Alright. They know where they're going. That's good. Baldric, where the hell are you? start like looking around.
You see a pair of feet sticking up out of a snowdrift.
Oh God! How did you end up in there? Come on, man!
He's waving a battle axe. He's waving a battle axe still at nothing.
I hop down off the horse and I dig him out and I dust him off. All right, come on, man.
Runa
Holds
starts
up-
walking.
He holds up his other hand with a triumphant look in his face. You see he's still holding the harmonica.
Nice, good job.
Meanwhile, Ted, with his smiling mouth, has just picked up his javelin and has just found one of the dead bodies and is just repeatedly stabbing it with it.
The Kenku will clap a few times and cast Speak with Dead. Okay, first question. Speak with Dead is magic. Can I inquire or do I have to speak? My inquiry.
We'll say you can inquire. You don't have to necessarily speak it out loud.
I don't have to figure out the words to ask the questions.
Yeah,
Great.
you don't have to figure out the words. We'll say you know what words to say already.
Yep.
So.
Thank you. So I'll cast Speak with Dead on the chieftain.
All right.
Because I want his soul to fuse with my reincarnations.
Yeah, speak with life on the chieftain. It sort of leans up, kind of, with his head mostly crushed in.
And the first sort of question is, how far to the next village, in what direction?
It says something in giant, and then points to the south.
So I get to roll a 1d3. There's a chance I understood that.
Yeah.
2. So I gain a skill.
It could be a language, right?
No.
It can be a language if I rolled a 1.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2.
Oh.
I'm gonna take survival.
All right. You gain the knowledge of survival from this Goliath leader.
And you guys notice as this is happening, they've probably seen this before. Zarzire's sort of entire body language and posture changes as this connection is forged. Second question. More or less people in the next village?
Says something in giant again.
I clearly indicated. Sorry, you're not looking straight.
Yeah, no.
More or less.
Yeah, you indicated up or down, and it answers because it doesn't understand. It's not able to comprehend the I need you to answer in sign language.
Okay.
Total side note, in Roll20, this is definitely what Ted's mask is.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm doing the editing on this. I'll put it up on the screen.
Awesome.
I dislike this person, so I will, instead of answering the third question, just take the life away sooner.
I blow out the
And then
harmonica and make sure it's working.
Let's go murder some more bitches.
I remember
That might be my voice.
Yeah, that's very possible.
Probably Joy's voice.
followed by a soft as Joy blows out the snow out of the harmonica.
Ah, it still works. Oh man, Baldric, good job.
All right, so the group of you continue on, heading south towards the next village group, continuing on your quest given to you by your Lich Lord. And that's what we're going to call it for this particular pre-record. Let us know what you guys think of this, because honestly, I like the idea of bringing this back as another pre-record for sometime else in the future. Let us know in the comments on the video on Twitch or on YouTube when it hits there. if you guys want to hear more from these very, very silly Necromancer adjacent characters. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Aspire to break and to battle force experience, hardwired to shake and to shatter. Onto the burning frontiers now deployed. Titans of industry fail to destroy. Bring on the burn, bring on the burn. Waste and return. Bring on the burn, bring on the burn. Waste and return. The synergy of man and machine. The symmetry and connections between. Power and pace. Dominate your space. Get out and wild. Your revelry's clean. Through man and machine. Man and machine. Speed and nimble stride. Burn and mirror the acceleration. Brawn and hide and hide. Brute force complete domination. And through the smoke of contention they roll. And now they're bringing the future back home. Bring on the burn, bring on the burn. Waste and return. Bring on the burn, bring on the burn. Waste and return. The synergy of man and machine. The symmetry and connections between. The synergy